All right, what's up? Good morning. It is Monday, February 10th. We're going to get right back into the swing of things. I've spent a solid week of being sad about the race, but also spent about a good 9.5 hours of getting back into work for Hyrox Houston. Good thing about how bad my race went for me is it didn't really beat me up very much. I was at a very low heart rate towards the back end. I wasn't really pushing at all. I woke up Sunday and we flew home, and Monday I got right back to work. So little day and a half off, we'll call it Sunday and Monday. Got about 9.5 hours of mostly aerobic training in last week. A lot of biking, a lot of running. Not a ton of running, but we hit 25 miles last week on top of a lot of cycling. I did a couple of our weekly Metcons at the gym, and now I'm just going to get back into the focus of how I kind of attacked Chicago, kind of more towards like the middle back half, where I was just implementing a lot of like long zone 3 workouts, like maybe a little at threshold, but not really specifically at race pace, kind of keeping my intensity for race pace like on my running only workouts. I've had success in Hyrox where a lot of my intensity came in the form of just strictly running and building the muscular endurance in the gym. So going to take you guys through a full week of training. So Mondays, I coach a small number of clients. Monday, I usually spend that day sleeping in a little bit, as I spend a majority of the week waking up at 4 a.m. for coaching. So I attack a lot of sleep on Sunday into Monday. I coach our noon class. I've got 2 clients, and I do have to work tonight at the ski resort. So we're going to go in, get a quick strength session in, coach the class, probably go out for a little easy middle distance run, hopefully around like 7 miles, and then come back, knock out my clients, and then I got to go to work tonight out at our ski resort.
right, so that's going to wrap up a week of training. It is actually February 27th. I made this video a couple weeks ago. Obviously, the one thing I wanted to do before I posted this was to just kind of monitor like what we would call like a reverse taper. So worked really hard up into Hyrox Vegas, and then we kind of tapered for about 7 to 8 days. And then knowing that I was going to have another race in about 6 weeks, you want to kind of reverse taper out of that race. So what I mean by that is, like, usually when you come out of a race, all you want to do is hit it really hard if you've got another one coming up, or you're motivated to like just keep continually to train because your body is giving you that kind of like that endorphin effect. A lot of adrenaline's pumping through your body, and the delayed fatigue has not settled in yet. Some people, sometimes it doesn't come. Some people, it comes 2 weeks down the road. Sometimes it's immediate. Kind of just depends on the person that you are and how much volume you have been training and how much experience you have in this field. Where someone that is a very elite marathoner, they can usually take a little bit of recovery and get right back into it. When someone maybe has not put in really the time or has very little experience, you're gonna feel it, and it might take a couple weeks till it really settles in. So before I post this video, I wanted to kind of make sure that I wasn't posting something that maybe is a little more incorrect. So we got back from Vegas. I did about a 9.5 hour, very aerobic week. My running, I had a solid week. I think I was at like 28.5 miles the week that I got back from Vegas. It was all very chill. And I did a lot of machine work, and I think I did one class, I think. And then this week that I'm just posting right now, in my mind, it was still very moderate. We did some good strength sessions. Didn't really do anything too crazy Hyrox specific. Just did some smooth runs. We had a lot of snow on the ground that week, so not a ton of like speed work outside or anything. Now it is like 60 degrees outside this week. The sun, the weather here is always crazy. So anyway, this was a week of training. I think it was right around 9.5, 10 hours a week, of that week. But yeah, so like you're going to taper into a race. When you get back into things, you should think about doing it in reverse. So ease into things and slowly start building back up that volume, start building up that mileage, start building up that intensity. And now I'm 16 days out from Hyrox Houston now when I will post this video. And I'll tell you, I had a great week. I had a phenomenal week. Running, I'm kind of doing running every other day. I want to get back into doing more specific, just solid speed work and hill work and long runs. I'm not really implementing these kind of like random middle distant runs, like 4 or 5 miles, just for the sake of going out and building mileage. I'm going to focus on mileage probably after Hyrox Houston, maybe do like a half marathon or something like that. But right now, I want to get good intensity. I want to get good strength in. I want to get good solid running in, and I want to get good solid recovery in. So running every other day right now for me, kind of seems to do the trick. I'm not worried about what Strava says as far as mileage. As long as the run gets some quality out of it, that's all I need to take into Houston. I've done a ton of erg work, and yeah, so that's it. That's a week of training. We'll just call it like post race. So anyway, thanks for watching. And after Houston, I'm not really sure what we'll lean into. So maybe I'll take a little vote on Instagram. We will have like a Memorial Day half marathon here, so maybe I'll just pivot into the half marathon, and this will usually be the time where I transitioned into like more of like an off season. So a lot of my training will be more aerobic specific and maybe a little on the CrossFit side. So who knows? Anyway, see you later.